Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, we're back for week 6 of Year 9 business. And what a triumphant week last week was. Well done on all your work. It was really great to see you doing a great job. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing. I want to go back a little bit. Some of those questions, by the way, were ridiculous. A lot about cornflakes, a lot about some of how to get an elephant in a fridge. Um, Open the door, as Corey said, but I just push them in, was it? They just seemed, very strange questions. But we're going to go back now onto our recruitment. And I want to go back a step because you guys have been so well. I think we should carry on with it as a nice little project. Now, if you remember, the process that we went through is that the business identified the need for a position. We wrote the job description and person specification. You did that a couple of weeks ago. You advertised the position. Then we shortlist the candidates. I want to circle back to that. The next stage was interviewing them, which you did last week, and then we choose who we want for the job. I want to go back to shortlisting the candidates because we want to find out about who these people are and decide who we want to bring in for interview or not. And there's a couple of ways that we could do this. One of the first ways is something called an application form. Now, I've got a folder for you, and in there is the McDonald's application form. And it's a PDF document, and in here it's got information about how you can, I think this is an American one, but down here it's got these questions that they are asking. Your first name, your last name, your home phone, yourself, it is American, your address, are you over 18, have you worked for McDonald's before, when are you available to work, then your employment history. Now, this does not give you room to kind of really sell yourself. This isn't giving you room to talk about your hobbies and what volunteer work you've done. This is just purely information. And why they're doing this is that if everyone fills in this application form, they can really easily compare it to everyone else's. They can really easily look at everyone's forms and see whose is similar, whose is different, because they've asked exactly the same questions. So that's really good for McDonald's. It means that they can see exactly, compare who's applied for their job. The other way of doing it is by looking at CVs. Now, CVs, or curriculum vitae, is a document that people complete which tells them all about themselves. And we've got an example here of a Chris Johnson who lives at 29 Acacia Road. He was applying for a job with MFest, which is a project we used to run. And he's good at office software, he likes new music, he likes working as a team, he's got a willingness to learn. He's put his areas of expertise there. We've then got his history and his job of where he worked. He worked at Sainsbury's, he worked at, I think the Force It In is a pub in Portsmouth actually, where he put his duties of what he had to do. And over here he's put where he went to school, what qualifications he got, and a little bit about his hobbies. So we've got all this on one page usually, all this information about you, so that we can see these people and we can see what they're like. Another example is somewhere a Neil MacDonald. So slightly different layout, as you'll see. They don't all look the same. But he's put his information here about where he lives. He's put information about his key skills of what he brings, where he's got his education, his work experience, and again the activities and interests. So very similar parts of this are the things that they want to talk about. Now, what I want you to do, please, is I want you to create your own CV or your own document that looks a bit like this. So you've got those two to look at, and I've created this blank template here that you can complete. And you've got to remember that you are really advertising yourself, you're marketing yourself. You want this job. You want to make you look the best. And a lot of people, there's a whole myth about, well, not a myth, that people sometimes lie on their CVs or embellish. So, if you were the captain of a football team once at primary school, well, now, you captained your team during the 1998 season to victory, earning the respect of your peers and not conceding any goals. Yeah, you can have a bit of fun with it, perhaps, especially now, because this isn't actually going off for a real job. So that's your task. Complete a CV to the best of your ability. Now, remember that if you are struggling, I'm on email. Please hook me up and I will give you some advice and give you some top tips. All right. Good luck. Big fan of your work. Take care.